Hello, my darling Cupid dolls. So, I have survived my first day of classes. I have already determined that I shall indeed go to war with my algebra teacher. To be fair, he fired the first shots. Don't make a game, make up rules, and then proceed to break the rules to win your own game and then try to make me feel stupid in front of the whole class about it. Because I will find the true solution, prove my goddamn point in front of everyone, and walk away the real champion. Because, like, I don't know, I'm a little bit salty. Like, how dare you, like, sit there, set up a very specific set of parameters, and then break that set of parameters blatantly and tell me I'm stupid when I point it out. The fuck? Make that make sense. So, math was the final class I had for the day, algebra, that is. And since this is war, I marched my ass straight to the library and checked out an arsenal. This one's Algebra 1. Current algebras. Some of these are older books. And for a little bit of fun, some pre-calc. Yummy nummy. And then as a little treat, I also decided to pick up Einstein. This is the complete text of 5 papers of his, which I'm so stoked. That's actually going to be tonight's reading. I'm going to curl up with that tonight for some light reading. Oh, man. I've been wanting to read that for forever, actually. Let's see. I've got some other books as a treat as well. Look, this one's Entropy. Modern physics. Kinda just, I don't know. I just like grabbing books and seeing where they take me, you know? That's kind of what I do. That's how I fall down the rabbit hole. It's like, oh, this one looks interesting. Let me check it out and read it. And then the next thing you know, do special interest unlocked. And then, furthermore, next thing you know, God tier powers. I do finally have my own little bathroom, by the way. The bathroom across the hall has finally been made available to me. So I'll go ahead and show that to you guys too, since that's a new development. Yay. So here I am out in the hallway. I don't know why I'm talking quietly. I'm the only person here. I'm scared I'll disturb the ghosts and the spiders. Voila! And I've already got the shower chair set up. And I've got my lovely, it's lovely. And it's just right across the hall from my dorm. Bless. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that back off. So yeah. So, I don't know. I keep getting comments, a bunch of unsolicited advice about my skin. And I'm beginning to get a little bit frustrated. Can we not? Because that's annoying. First of all, my skin is not the goddamn problem. I'm the problem. I'm the reason I'm not cool and I don't fit in. I understand that. I am socially a weirdo. I get that. I'm fucking weird. That is the reason I get excluded from everything. I know. God, I hate the sound of people just peopling. To be fair, I think a part of it also is the fact that I've begun to also resent all of my peers, and thus making me feel even further alienated from them, and thus making that disconnect worse, making them exclude me further. Because and in a way, I think that it is just kind of snowballing. It's becoming a cyclical issue, I feel like. And then the further I'm excluded, the more I become resentful. And it's like, I get it. It's annoying. I'm dramatic and strange and silly. And I like to joke about very silly things that are very dramatic and unrealistic. Like earlier, I was cracking a joke. I was like, I get the flu every other week because I'm immunocompromised, but I like to pretend that it's just God attempting to smite me again and failing again. Because, that's just a more interesting and spicy way to look at it. It just makes it sound more interesting. If you make it all sound like an adventure, it's less miserable, And plus, it's just a Jewish sense of humor, really. The joke is that the Jewish people are the ants, and God has chosen the Jewish people to be under the magnifying glass. Ooh, time to burn you with the sun. Swear to God, sometimes that's how it feels. But no, seriously though, I had somebody recommend, like in the comments of one of my videos, I was just literally touring the, showing Phillips, and they were like, to clear up your skin, go on a carnivore diet. No, first of all, I cannot afford to. Second of all, I have a sensory issue with meat. Third of all, I can't even digest red meat. Fourth of all, my body will not allow me to live on a carnivore diet. I know what works for me. I have spent years trial and error learning what dietary habits do well for me and what do not. I know why my skin is acting up. I know the combination of things that are contributing to this. All I can do right now is wait it out. I'm sorry if that is upsetting people to see it. And I'm sorry I'm not covering it in makeup and making it worse, because I refuse to do that to myself. But what can I do? It's been really bad ever since the birth control change. My body is just adjusting for a minute. My body will likely be adjusting for the next month or so. I know how my body works when it comes to these things. Usually it takes a month that my body's like, okay, we're used to this now. And it starts to calm down. As a matter of fact, new acne has stopped appearing. So I think we're getting to the phase where this will all heal, because this is all old acne. So I know we're rounding the corner. So you won't have to look at the ugly acne for too much longer. So it's just a combination of my body adjusting to my new birth control situation type deal, and the stress of back to school. Today was fun. I made a friend named Lily. We have a few classes together, actually. She's also a freshman. Though this is her first semester, whereas I'm a freshman on my second semester, which makes me a seasoned freshman. A little different than the regular. Let's see. I wore this absolutely gorgeous dress, but I am not wearing it anymore now. Okay. You know what? The one thing that's going to annoy me about the storm is the high traffic by it. But I suppose it ain't so bad, actually. Come to think of it, these people don't really actually look towards this building. This building has a lovely reputation for being haunted, and as a matter of fact, people did not even realize that there was anyone even living in here. I also got a nice new asexual pride flag to add to my little collection of itty bitty pride flags. So that was pretty dope. I have to go to the registrar's office tomorrow. Again. To sort out a bunch of shit. Again. I'm becoming very exhausted of it. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like, as it currently stands, I'm not on track. I should have a chemistry course. But I believe I require a couple of prerequisites before it, don't I? Or maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Last I checked, it's so silly the way that this stuff functions. And then I was like, well, what if I audit some classes? Because I also wanted to audit some classes, and they're like, cost money. And I'm like, cool. I guess I'll go die then. It's like, pick yourself up by the bootstraps or whatever the fuck. Go get an education. Climb that social ladder. It's all horse shit. They're gonna beat you down the entire goddamn way. Everyone knows that bat from The Walking Dead covered in barbed wire. Well, they got one of those, but it's also got electricity going through it and shit. And it's on fire, too. And they're beating you down with it, bludgeoning you to goddamn death. Every time you try to get back up, bam, 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 down you go again. Don't you try and get that education. Don't you try and get out of the goddamn ghetto. Don't you try and change your goddamn circumstances. I could watch the whole world burn for this. And the stupidest thing is there are so many goddamn things I plan on doing for society in spite of society being a total douchebag to me from the moment I was goddamn born. I have been nothing but treated like shit by society as a collective, not everyone in it individually, inherently, but as a collective, as a whole, society has been shit. As a whole, society has been awful to me my whole goddamn life. And I still intend to work my ass off to benefit society as a whole, in spite of it. So, but whatever. I guess, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know. Depending on how shit goes, if I am kept from receiving the education required to accomplish all of the things that I would like to, because I don't give a flying fuck about making money. I want to do just enough to survive and survive comfortably as a disabled person who is chronically ill. I want to be able to live comfortably without stress. And that's really all I want. I know a joke about being rich and ruling the world, but deadass, I don't actually want much. I want comfort and stability. And I want to know that I will have it for the rest of my crippled ass life. So it's like, if I am denied access to the education that allows me to accomplish this because of the fact that I am poor, if I am denied these things, then I will just sit back and watch the world burn out of spite. Because what the hell can I do? When the system will not even let me do what I'm trying to do, you know? It's like, when the system's goddamn rigged, what the fuck am I to do? It's like, bruh, don't y'all know that I'm gonna be benefiting y'all's stupid asses too? Y'all meaning the, like, goddamn system and shit. The bigwigs who do this stupid ass shit and line their pockets with money thinking that's the end all be all. I hope they choke on it. I hope they choke on a sack of quarters. God damn. You know what? No. That's sick. That's sick. Should I say it? But yeah, it's just... That'd be an ironic way to die, actually. That'd be a hilariously ironic way to die, getting bludgeoned to death with sacks of quarters. Oh, you know what? Sacks of dollar coins. Those are bigger and heavier. Could you imagine if the next fucking CEO that got fucking murdered got murdered that way? Oops. For legal reasons, this is all a joke. If anyone does this, then that is not on me, because I am a responsible human being who wouldn't do anything of the sort, mostly because I'm lazy. And I would not recommend doing this because prison kinda sounds sucky from what my mom says. I hear the food is awful. And they also deny you your meds, which is why my mom gained so much weight in prison. They denied her thyroid meds the whole time she was in prison. Gucci. When she first came out, she was actually a lot bigger. But yeah. So, like, don't do these things, but we can sit here and picture them. We can sit here and use our heads and imagine it and smile happily at the fantasy. Ah, yes. Poetic revenge. Maybe I'll paint it. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. But once again, I do not encourage these actions of violence against these CEOs or whatever the fuck, even if they do have it coming. However, if something accidentally happens to them, or they make a very stupid decision, like build a flimsy ass tin can and decide to go down into the bottom of the ocean and die as a consequence, I ain't gonna feel too bad about it. I might even celebrate it. It's just Darwinism at that point. Do us a favor. Be stupid. Like, these people are so rich, but they're like some of the goddamn stupidest motherfuckers ever. They think because they're rich, it somehow absolves them from making stupid choices. Like, they think money somehow saves them from stupidity. And that's like the fucking sad tragedy of it all. It's like I ran this in a simulation within my mind and saw this fail every single goddamn time. This was a guaranteed death. How the fuck did you guys think that this was going to go well? The fuck? But okay. And I know it wasn't actually a tin can, but I'm going to call it what I fucking called it. Flimsy ass piece of shit. God damn, that feels like it was like a million years ago. But yeah, I mean, if they want to do us favors like that and weed themselves out, Gucci. Because they're not contributing to society. In fact, they're just leeches on society. And they're actively thwarting those of us who actually are trying to contribute meaningful advancements to society that would actually make society better as a whole. This is the problem with capitalism. Capitalism has caused advancement to come to a screeching halt. To some extent, it does encourage competitiveness that allows for ingenuity, inventiveness, creativity. However, when money becomes the bottom line and profit becomes the end-all be-all and bettering society stops becoming the goal, then truly our sights have become lost. That's the problem. It's not inherently that capitalism is a problem. It's the fact that we allowed capitalism to become the sole focus over the well-being of humans. It's the fact that we are so butthurt about the idea of even having any amount of give or anything to make things even slightly possible. Like this division between classes to where, like, you can't even work your way up out of poverty anymore. That's not realistic. You have to be extraordinarily goddamn lucky. And God, am I batting 1,000. The cards are not in my favor, but I'm still fighting anyway. Most people in my shoes would not have even attempted to go to college because they would have saw it for, well, the giant waste of money and effort that it ultimately would be for someone in my shoes. Because ultimately what they're going to do is beat you down and try to keep you from excelling. And I'm not saying the college, I'm saying the system. The system is built in such a stupid ass way. And it's got me all screwed up and I'm just mad about it, okay? I'm just proper mad about it because it's like, I don't know. It's not like I can even apply for loans, man. Bro, I tried to apply for a student loan and got fucking denied, yo. I didn't even know you could get denied student loans. The fuck? So, like, anyone who's like, oh, well, then just take out student loans. Where? Oh, God, I'm so exhausted. Today was only the first day. Like I said, tomorrow I go back to the registrar's office to sort shit out. For tonight, I'm going to do some light reading until I get tired enough for sleep. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Sorry I was doing me a little bit of a rant, but how dare the system be like this, man? How dare it make it so fucking difficult? Because it's like, the amount, like, there are 3 separate fields that I'm planning on doing really big things in. But, you know. Gotta keep me poor. Because obviously, if I'm getting an education, I might become rich. And they can't have that now. That makes me a real threat because then I'll have power. Right? Is that the real reason? Is that the real reason they keep us from climbing? Is that the real reason they step on our throats? Are they afraid that we'll have money and then suddenly have power? That we will actually remember where we came from and the struggle that we had to endure? And that we will use our power in a way that does not, in fact, suit the fellow rich people? This is war, motherfuckers. So I will continue to get my education. And I will try my goddamn best. But I'm not leaving this place without my degrees that I told myself that I am goddamn fucking getting. So help me God. I have fought too long and too hard for this. And I am not giving up. This is the last fucking thing I have to hold on for. And I don't think they realize this. I don't think they realize this. This is my last goddamn hope. It's this or bust. See, I'm going to do things, probably research. With my crippled ass, realistically, I'm probably going to do research. But, you know, that's still crucial. My findings are still very helpful because I do have very interesting insight. But, yeah. I am going to make waves in the medical and psychological fields, and then as well in the field of physics, where I will likely hang my hat for the remainder of my days because, god damn, I adore it. It's like, is it maths or is it science? It's yes. And I love that. And soon I will have access to like one of those like a telescope. I want to become familiar with the sky. I never got to do that before. So that will be very exciting. I even have a special notebook for it that I'm going to write my notes in. And then I'm going to, because, space is part of physics. And it's the final frontier. And it's the most exciting thing. It's the thing I am most excited about. And it's the thing that I know for a fact I'm going to pivot into in my later years. It's like, I know that I'm going to do my thing in the medical field and in the psychological field. It's like, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to cook. I'm going to, serve. I'm going to be done. And then I'm going to move on. I'm going to be like, all right, next thing. Boom. Physics. All right, now we're getting into this shit that deals with, like, time and space and quantum physics and shit. And then it's like, oh, finally some good fucking food. Like, I don't know, like, that's just kind of where my head's at recently. It's just, I've always had a deep hunger for these topics. I've just never had access to them. And now that I've been kind of diving in, like a maniac, I'm just kind of like, hooked. I'm like, God, this is even better than I could have ever imagined. It's like, imagine you spent your whole life fantasizing about, like, cake. And you've had, like, tiny nibbles, crumbs of it. You've had a tiny lick of the icing. You've had some crumbs of the cake. But you've never actually experienced cake. Not truly. You've only had little bits of it. You've smelled cake. God, you've seen cake. You've been around cake. And God, it seems so goddamn delicious. You want more than anything to eat than to eat that cake. That's how it feels. And suddenly you're starting to bite into it. And it is like the most beautiful thing in the world. For once, it is living up to every expectation. That's the thing. When it comes to this shit, it's living up to expectations that food never does. I'm autistic. Food is always disappointing. That's the sad truth of it. But anyway, okay. Enough of my Ohio goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Or a good whatever time of day it is for y'all. Stay safe. Have a good one. I love you guys. Bye, my darling Cupid dolls.